what's up? We got The Flash, Season 1, Episode 18, All-Star Team Up. So this episode starts off with Roy, with Barry, Eddie, and Joe taking down some bad guys. Now that Eddie knows Barry's secret, they work great together. I'm sorry. Yeah, but who's kind of not great with it? Iris, because remember, Iris doesn't know Barry's secret, and Eddie's having to lie to her to keep her safe, but it's kind of affecting their relationship. Sorry for saying affecting a lot, but it is. It's affecting their relationship. So he decides to go. So he decides to go and confront Joe about having to lie to Iris, and Iris is like, hey, keep her out of the dark, keeps her safe. And he's like, when do I get it? When does your He's like, he's her dad, and he's like, he's your boyfriend. When does his vote outvote Joe? And Joe's like, when she becomes Iris West Thawne. That's when he gets a vote and all that. Or Iris Thawne, I have no idea. That'd be a terrible name, Iris Thawne. So Barry's kind of still on edge after the last episode, and then we see bees attack two scientists, and Cisco's like, we got any time for bees? And then Felicity shows up. Yeah, Felicity and Ray are in this episode. Yeah, I'm okay with Felicity, but really, out of all the characters I could bring in the show, they had to bring Ray. Really? Ray. No, I'm not okay with this, everybody. Ray's the worst. He is. There could be some Ray fans out there, but I'm not one of them anymore. Ray ruined my chance to like him. Yeah. So anyway, they're like, is that a bird? Is that a plane? And Felicity's like, it's her boyfriend. And he has to be like, hi, I'm Ray. And I'd be like, I don't like you, Ray. Bye. I walk away. Just kidding, everybody. I'm not a big fan of Ray anymore, but I know there's a lot of other people who might be. So anyway. What happens is that he likes to name the Atom. And Cisco's like, are you married to that name or something? And she's like, hey, are you okay? You're not jealous of her being with Palmer or anything, are you? And he's like, no, there's just something going on. So there's something going on with Barry Allen. I am calling my haircut. So before the review, I say now after the review because I say that. So anyway, they decide to go. And so Iris says about how Barry, is about how Izzy not telling the truth, and they're affecting their relationship, and so he meets Felicity. I meets Felicity, and he's like Felicity knows, and she's like. And he's like, okay, everyone but Iris. And he's like, Iris feels like he's lying to her and it's affecting their relationship. So then we see Cisco and Ray fixing Ray's suit. And Cisco says a very good thing for Ray. And Ray's like, you're quite clever, Cisco. And that flashback to Cisco from Eobard revealing himself in the previous timeline. So Cisco is remembering stuff with the Cisco's remembering stuff that hasn't happened. Cisco wise. But yeah, he remembers a lot of stuff in this episode. So yeah. So they decide to go out on a date from. And do you know how Ray got this restaurant? He bought it. He bought the entire restaurant because that's just who Ray is. He just loves buying stuff and buying stuff and buying stuff. Like, he should be CEO of a company that's called Everything Ray Buys because he buys everything. He buys Felicity's job. He bought Queen Consolidated. Now he's buying this restaurant. What can Ray not buy? Yeah, so Ray starts saying about how it's great that Barry gets to work with. Yeah, Felicity told Ray to seek Barry's identity off screen. So yeah, so he's like saying, "Oh yeah, Barry's great that you get to work with Dr. Wells. He's like a very good hero of his." And Barry's just like, "Ray, I'm done. I can't talk about this." And she's like, and Felicity's like, "What's going on with you?" And he's like, "Dr. Wells isn't who he says he is. He's the Reverse Flash." And she's like, "Wait, what? He's been trying to help you get faster." And he's like, "I know." And he's like, "I don't know why he killed his mom, but he did." And he's like, "He just did it." And yeah, so so he doesn't know why he did it, but he did it. And then Ray of all characters comes in and say, "Hey guys, it's a bit tense. Come back." Yeah, and they think that Barry. Yeah, so he's like, "Hey, Barry and Caitlin, you know, they aren't working well. They saved you. They helped you, and they saved you." And yeah, so then we see Barry and Iris and Eddie arguing about, and Barry's like, Iris is like, "Hey," and Iris is like, "It's not her fault. It's her fault. They're not having a good time." And he's like, "Iris, there's something he wished he could tell you, but she can't." But then she's like, "Fine, then I don't want to have dinner with you. Bye." So then Barry's like, Iris is like, "Is that you cheating on me?" Like, Iris, I get it. He's keeping secrets. That's what someone would think. That his secret keeping is that he's secretly cheating on Iris. But we know why he's secretly keeping the secret, because he wants to keep Barry's secret. He wants to tell Iris, but he's sworn to secrecy. So Barry tells her something, but she's like, Barry told her something, but it doesn't matter, because when you love someone, you tell them anything. So if he still wants to be in this relationship, he has to tell her what's going on with him, or they're over, and then Iris leaves. So, yeah. The Felicity thing. I don't know how Felicity got out of Starling City if, yeah. So in this episode, we meet Bree Larvin, a villain who uses robotic bees to sting her victims to death. And she killed, and yeah, so we also see Christina McGee again, and she's like, remember from that other episode, what episode? Episode 9. We haven't seen her since episode 9. Wow. We haven't seen her since episode 9. So, yeah. So then it's revealed that she fired Brie Larvin because she was using bees for military usage. So she tries to kill, but Felicity's able to stop her, and Barry arrests her, and so then Barry talks with Christina, and Christina reveals that once Harrison Will became a different, when they were great friends in scientific minds in Starling City, but then when Tess died, he just changed. It's like he became a completely different person, i.e. because he is a different person. So yeah, so Barry decides to pull it all out there and tell us. So Felicity leaves. Yeah, so this is got another flashback, another dream about Wells saying about how he. So yeah, so then Barry decides to tell Caitlin and Cisco about the Dr. Wells. So he lures them in that they're saying that there's karaoke, but there's not actually karaoke, and he's like, and she's like, he's like, this is what we know about the